All right, we are live, and we did not get the intro video because I think Chris screwed that shit up. So I'm still sitting here, thinking that we'd have our 5 minutes of the awesome video that you and Kevin Travers put together, but I guess no.
Oh, for crying out loud. I can't let my fans see me like this.
Woo! I know, right? Yeah, I gotta get the glasses on. I don't know what that shit was all about. I mean, the music was great, Chris, but I mean, I hope you're having fun on the company's dime in Vail, Colorado. Maybe that's why you put that intro on there for so long. It's you wanted everybody to know exactly where you were. So I am, full on board with that. Now I'm trying to share it to all these other groups that I usually take 5 minutes to do. So bear with us, team. I'm sharing this to everybody else on the metaverse and all that kind of stuff, getting it there to them. But we're watching the Packer game. Do a little Manning cast live here, Joe. How you doing, man? What's going on?
I'm good, brother. I mean, football's back. It's like a kid at Christmas that knows he's getting more than one gift he really wanted. It's like, how many nights is there good football? Well, let's see. Last night's game was incredible between two juggernauts.
Oh, what
this is two unbelievable teams. I do not agree with the environment. No athletic special person would ever agree with that field. And I don't think the players really like being in Brazil. And I've seen that from the UFC guys. The Americans, they say Rio de Janeiro is kind of a dump. And, I'm not saying that about it, but none of the athletes that travel there seem to like it. And I feel I get the NFL wanting to expand the game, but dude, you own the day of the week. Go play in Paris.
I mean, it's a shame that you have to now spend. I think they say if you want to watch the games, every primetime game in the NFL, you got to spend like $430 this year.
That's insane, man. I'll go get a burger and a beer.
Right. Or I'll pay the $7 because I'm a Packer fan for a 1-month Peacock subscription, but that's about all you're getting out of me.
They are right off of primetime because Sunday night's primetime game. I'm keyed in.
Yeah, I did for sure. I did the free trial for Peacock for the I think it was like the U.S. Open last year, and so that wasted my free trial on that one. But hey, where are we standing at on UFC? Let's see if Chris even got this right.
Oh, I'm just steadily increasing my lead on Bill.
What is it? I can't see it with the thing here.
6-2, and for anybody that sees this, that's like a soccer equivalent. 6 points.
Because the last UFC of the quarter comes up next month. I mean next week. So
it's going to be the biggest win we've ever had in this quarterly contest. I'll tell you.
Yeah, well, the belt's yours unless I come up with some kind of big girl excuse to make it close, which I've been known to do.
It's not out of the realm of possibilities.
So we'll give it a shot. Looks like Philly just scored a touchdown. Them sons of bitches. But
it was it Barkley? Sons of bitch.
Saquon. Old Saquon.
I think it might have been a pass. What just happened? I was, I'm doing UFC on my phone, and I think he passed it to him. Here we go.
Oh, what a catch!
I hope it wasn't a run from.
What a catch! Maybe he's out of bounds. You never know. We got 1 foot.
Oh, Nick, that's close.
That's
his left heel is close. Watch his left heel.
We're watching. We're doing a little Manning cast version here.
He's way in.
They've already cleared it.
I missed
cleared it. It looked like it was in, no problem. I mean, it's Saquon Barkley. Dude's a stud.
Shit, last night was crazy, man.
Well, hey, everybody watching, say hi, say where you're watching from. Give us a thumbs up, give us a share, all that good stuff. Big shout out to our sponsor, 10th Mount Whiskey. We got another sponsor coming up, but Veterans Mortgage Source again, but this time it's from Corey, powered by Canopy Mortgage. We haven't gotten there yet, but I guarantee he helped me on the loan for my house in California. He's a really good dude. He took a big percentage cut on his commission to help the move with the interest rates being so high. So he's a really trusted dude in our community. So I can't wait to try and get him some more business via our sponsorship and our viewing. And then you see that QR code up there? That's for our store. I'm rocking the Keep Calm Lay Suppressive Fire with that beautiful 240 on it. And Joe's wearing one of the VTT original shirts. So go ahead and get yourself a discount. Put in the code VTTGW when you scan that code right there. All right, let's get into the fights. UFC Fight Night. And I noticed something. I think the last 2 fights of the night are actually pretty good. They look like they're some ranked fighters going after it. So what do you think about this card? Was it worth watching? Maybe tuning on, later in the fight card or what? Or earlier in the fight card?
I tell you, the main card is something I tune in for. There's not a lot of big names on the first 3 fights, but it is they're going to be 3 solid bangers. They're all action-packed guys that'll force the action. And then the co-main is female fight, but it's Jessica Andrade against Natalia Silva, which is kind of like the old guard facing the new, and Silva's kind of the up-and-comer.
Yeah.
Then the main card is, once again, it's Gilbert Burns, who's an OG, against Sean Brady. Typical striker versus wrestler matchup. So.
Yeah, we were going to call out Bill for not being here tonight, but it's under some. Everybody knows that watches this show. He's active duty, and there were some things going on that caused him to not make it. So we're with you, Bill. Hope that things are getting squared away there. However, the big girl doesn't rest. The big girl doesn't stop. The big girl finds a way to somehow attack Bill from the sides like a pack.
Well,
right?
This is my favorite time to make fun of him is when he's not
attacking a bigger animal. So we're not going to go at Bill. We're going to go at the field artillery. All right. And we're going to go at his friend, Sergeant Major Gray. All right. I was here to help his battalion, help train his battalion here in North Kakalaki. And that's why you see all this stuff behind me. I'm in the hotel room. All right. I went there, and I was like, maybe I'll do some PT with these boys, see what's going on. Right. And no, he's not there. Apparently.
Pray tell, where is he?
Apparently, field artillery sergeant majors don't do PT. I mean, I don't know where he was. And seeing as him and Bill are so tight, I'm thinking there's correlation there.
What happened? I blacked out. What did you just say?
Yeah, I don't know. I showed up to do PT and he wasn't there. What's he doing? So,
yikes.
No, but we got Terry coming in from South Park RV Park, Ballinger, Texas, and then we got Carolina. What's up, Martin? How you doing, man?
What's up, NC in the house? Hey, can I take a shot at Bill's legs while he's not here?
Take a shot at him. Take all you want at him.
I get a lot of shit talk when he's holding that belt. But in the words of one of my favorite boxing trainers of all time, Bill, you ain't been hungry since you won that belt. I want it overnighted. You put insurance on my baby when you mail it to me from across the country because it's coming back to its rightful owner. My shoulder feels naked, and I refuse to tolerate it anymore.
Oh man!
I have to sniff my belt now. Send it back.
Another slip cost a 25-yard gain for the Pack.
All right, I'm going to say it. We're on UFC, but I got to say it. Fucking NFL soccer fields are meant for 5'6" pansies lightly jogging for 3 hours.
You got two of the best. There's Josh Jacobs. There he is. And he slipped. He fucking slipped 15 yards into the run. That wasn't Josh Jacobs. That's the backup Wilson.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's like he's on a slip and slide.
I know. And these are two of the top 2 teams in NFC. And
when you got that Airbnb and you went running into the kitchen in your socks, you did the same stuff. You did the same thing.
Yeah, it's like these guys are playing at an Airbnb on socks. But there's a good chance that there's some good players go down in this game.
Yeah, right? and that's where you won't see them play in Brazil again.
Yeah.
Players already can't leave the hotel room per guidance of the league. Now they got to come out there. I tell you what, these guys make business decisions at the college level now.
Yeah, so you're
in the NFL, they're not acting around with their knees.
You're either dead because you leave your hotel room or your AC's blown out because you're freaking playing on this turf. Like, what a joke. All right, let's get into fights, man. Let's get out of this. Let's get out. All right. So we got a lightweight bout, and this is a good one to pick pre-fight, man. I'm looking at this stuff. I'm looking at these names. All right, and remember, those of you watching for the first time, don't listen to a freaking thing I say. All right, not about fights. All right, listen to Joe. All right, don't listen to me. We got Peak coming in at 9-2 versus, and now correct me if I'm not reading this name right, but I got Anal Ass Mouth. All right, coming in at 7-1. All right,
it's Yanal Ashmus, but I can see where Anal Ass Mouth came on.
So I'm going Peak first round KO by Adam Strike. Okay, so that's what I'm going with right there. No, I don't know. I don't know what Anal Ass Mouth's going to do in this fight. But what do you see? What do you see, Joe? You got Anal Ass Mouth in this one?
Go
ahead and say yes to that question.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. I happen to have it.
You know, that's moves.
Oh, Jody's saying hi from Wisco. What's up, Jodes?
I give this dude credit, man. He's fighting at he's fighting at the lightest weight class he can get at, because if he's 5'9", then I'm 6'3". I've seen him fight before. He's not a big guy. And Trevor Peek is one of those dudes that is just like, God, why won't you die? You know, he forces the action. He's always there, and you got to put him to sleep. And he breaks a lot of guys, probably 2 punches before they would have knocked him out. I've seen him do it. He's a wild man. He's been rocked in a lot of fights, but man, you gotta shut him off to get him out of there. And I don't think Assmouth is going to come in with the same intensity that Peak has. And a lot of guys are honestly confused by it. It's like when Spears jumped the fucking wall to come back and link up with Easy Company after he fucking, the Germans didn't even know what was happening. Right. A lot of times with Trevor Peek, guys don't know how to react to that much pressure. And he's right. He's like Sean Strickland. He's right in your face. He's landing punches on you, and you've got to put him to sleep. And a lot of times guys fold in that situation when they can't implement a game plan and wear a guy down, and they just have to get into a firefight right off the get-go. And so I'm going to go with Trevor Peek and say he overwhelms this.
That's Wicks, baby. He's on my bench in my fantasy league, but I don't care.
Okay, did I have him to score? Oh! Touchdown, Green Bay Packers.
That was Jaden Reed. That was Jaden Reed right there. That touchdown. Like I said, I have him on my fantasy team. He's on the bench. I don't care. I didn't get those points, but the Packers got the points.
Somebody else didn't get them.
Points. All right, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. All right.
Hey, man, I teased it to a field goal and a hook and took the Packers.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, 2.5. If this game was in Philly, I would probably take Philly. The Packers got lucky that.
And thank God I teased the spread and took the under. I went up points too.
Yeah, and hey, we're watching our rookie kicker kick another field goal, and it's good because you know what? If our kicker last year would have made one kick in the fourth quarter, we'd have been playing Detroit in the NFC Championship game.
Oh God, honestly, I wasn't happy because you're a fan, but I was happy to not see Green Bay again.
Yeah, because they were
like, how do you beat a team? How do you beat a team again?
Yeah,
especially when they're that hot.
Well, that and they came into Detroit second last week of the season and put like 40 on you. It was like that team was going nuts. Yep. All right.
I'm going to go with Trevor Peek in the first fight, but that fight is a pick 'em. You won't really see it on any of my I wouldn't put it on a parlay. But I'll take Trevor Peek in that one.
Oh, there's a penalty. Another penalty. What are they calling now? Oh, and now we might go for 2 because we'll be a yard closer. You know what? If you can't get 2 yards, what makes you think you're going to get 1? All right.
LaFleur is French for the flower.
Yeah.
But it's not a tough flower like a snapdragon or a dog.
LaFleur is going for 2 here. Smart. All right, we'll see. All right. Hey, the next fight is a bantamweight fight. We got Schnell, all right, coming in at 16-8 versus Durden at 16-6. All right, is that fight tracking because their records wouldn't come up on the page? So
that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
I'm gonna go Schnell by mock strike. All right, in the second round. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Mark Schnell. All right. First round KO. What say you?
Schnell's chin has been absolutely obliterated at son of a bitch.
He didn't get it.
I don't think they got in.
Well, if you got the under, you're happy. It's okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Taking points off the board, LaFleur. What are you doing?
Plus, I had the Packers backup running back for 27 yards in the red zone in the second quarter. So, no, I'm just kidding.
That's a dangerous one.
But, Schnell's been rocked so many times. I don't like this fight for him. It's a last-minute replacement. Cody Durden's another guy. He's just like Trevor Peek, but smaller. You got to get him out of there. He's not going to stop coming. Nick was in a movie on Cinemax that was.
I was in a movie on Cinemax late night. Said never stop coming. But
I think that Cody Durden's wrestling is going to absolutely overwhelm him. And on the striking, Schnell's been rocked too many times in his last 3 fights. He's coming off 2 knockouts back to back. So I got Cody Durden winning this one, and not really a knockout artist, but I'm going to say Cody Durden win. Yeah, I'm going to say he wins by TKO in the second.
Oh, look who decided to show up on the chat. We got David Gray. Says, Nick, are you in a hotel? Yes, David. I'm in a hotel. I came up to say goodbye to you today, and your office lights were off, right? And I'm sitting here like, isn't this guy like in a position of like higher power? And
David, I'm not going to say anything bad about you. I just know Nick would never stay in a hotel in Michigan.
And then another thing. Yeah, you're right. I mean, somebody here should have offered me their house. However, I think I've overextended my welcome at our good buddies' houses, like the Lees and the Lukes, because like I don't know, the wives don't want me there because we're drinking a little too much bourbon. All right, it is what it is.
What a shock that hanging out with the buddies got.
Don't be putting your wife's information on here, David. If we can't talk shit when you put your wife on there, then that's a pretty quick defense. All right, because we can make up a lot of stories about why, and now we can't because you went serious. All right, but hey, so in all seriousness, we do actually hope she's okay.
Game as well.
We do hope she's okay. No, we do. No, we were talking about how you weren't at PT this morning, and I showed up to PT with you. And
what's going on there?
Nowhere to be found. No, I think it's just a field artillery sergeant major thing.
Why did that happen?
They just don't do PT. All right. Well, we already covered that. But all right, let's get into a featherweight fight.
Yeah.
And we got Garcia coming in at 16-5 versus Nelson at 16-5-1. And normally, Chris, our producer, the Marine, who's on the company's dime going to Vail, Colorado for the 10th Mountain Party, right? He's going there to represent. Screwed up the video, but if he's working, he usually has a picture up of the fighters. And if you look at Garcia, that picture looks like he's holding in a fart. So I'm going to go Garcia by fart submission because when he finally gets in that ring and whatever you look at him, he's like, but it's coming out and it's going to be brutal and it's going to be game over. So I'm going Garcia fart submission. Joe,
yeah, he looks like he had too much dairy that week.
Right? Yeah, a lot of milk, a lot of goat cheese.
Yeah, I got Garcia, and he's going to be in my big Earl 4-legger.
Nice.
Nelson is a very serviceable featherweight. He's a tough guy, but Steve Garcia is a absolute fucking finisher. He can look like he's at the library, bored to shit, and throw a kick, knock a guy's head off. And I've seen him do it. He's highly underrated, way too dangerous for a wrestler like Kyle Nelson. I got Steve Garcia winning this thing. Either TKO or points. So if you want to double chance them, but TKO very, very live and very possible there.
All right. Okay. Let's get into the co-main event. But before we do, all right, make sure you go to 10thwhiskey.com. All right, and putting in the code VTT. Get yourself a discount on some good.
They're having a shindig. Right.
Hey, don't worry, David. Locks over the weekend. Oh, you're talking about college, and then he's got a pro one on there. But we'll get into that in a second. Gray. Texas over Michigan.
Only rookies pick with no spread.
Yeah, but exactly. So when you follow the Big Earl, David, all right, when you follow me, I pick with the spread for my locks, okay?
David, are you telling me you're going out on a limb and saying that a team that's more than a touchdown favorite is going to win money line?
Yeah, wow. Brilliant. I mean, that's really brave. Really brave. Yeah. But anyways, before we get to the co-main, go to that QR code, scan it, or go to shop.VeteranTrashTalk.com for you boomers out there that don't know that you can actually scan what you're watching right now. You go there, put in the code VTTGW, get your discount on one of these 240 shirts, all right, or one of the originals like Joe was wearing. We got a lot of fun stuff. If you're a Marine, just type in Marine. A lot of funny shit comes up.
2 beer mugs over a dumpster fire. That's right.
Exactly what's going on right now. Exactly what's going on right now. But yeah, we got a women's, a flyweight fight, and we got Jessica Andrade versus Silva at 17-5-1. Andrade's coming in at 26-12. Now, after doing a lot of research on this fight and thinking about a good move by that Philly receiver, damn it. But you're ahead of me. Yeah, I'm saying that one of these ladies looks like she wants to be a model. One of these ladies looks like she wants to be a model, and another one of them looks like she wants to rip your face off.
Like she bangs.
All right. Yeah. So I'm going to go Andrade by facial destruction with the elbow. All right. 3rd round. Joe, what do you see in this one?
You know, that would be, I've seen this girl fight live. She is one of the few people that really possess that Mike Tyson like power when they hit a few girls. I'm saying, and I feel like her best years have gone by, and this Natalia Silva may look like an Instagram model, but she can box, and she's got a longer jab. She's going to be much taller. She's going to be able to keep Andrade on the end of her jab. She likes fighting off her back foot, and she's young, she's ripped, she's strong. She can handle the grappling and stay on her feet, and I think she wins the striking battle here. And not to say that Jessica Andrade doesn't put on a show, because she always comes to fight, but Natalia Silva's like a new and improved version of her minus the TKO power.
Very nice.
Yeah, I got Natalia Silva by decision.
All right, and we're gonna keep giving David Gray some credit here, and a nice pass by Hertz again. But David Gray, all right, gonna give him some credit here. He says last I saw it was 7. All right, what do you mean 7:00 a.m. when you woke up and saw your phone and realized you were a half hour late for formation for PT this morning?
7.5.
Is that what you were talking about? Well, come on now. But anyways,
is that when you were at the IHOP?
Yeah, let's get. I think it's at M&D's Pancakes. He knows what I'm talking about. That's that place on Yakin. That's where we all shammed out at. That's that spot. All right, so let's get to the main event. Is this a welterweight fight?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we got Gilbert Burns against Brady. I didn't write down their records because I'd already started drinking. All right, but the Burns is one of my favorite fighters because he goes through state of the line. All right, this fight's going to end by submission in the second round because you don't try to get by or you get caught in the traps. All right, Gilbert Burns' traps will choke anybody. All right, so I'm going with a trap choke in the second round. What say you in the main event?
They've got Brady picked as a favorite over Burns, and it's actually minus 185, which I feel like it's extremely disrespectful given that Sean Brady just got TKO'd by Bilal Muhammad, who is a wrestler. And Gilbert Burns is the only person to not only drop Chimaev in a fight, he's the only person up until that point to land a significant strike on the guy in 3 fights, and he about broke his neck with a right hook. I've never seen a head spin around like that, but because Chimaev is a fucking psychopath, he somehow took it and got up. But I thought Burns killed him. And that's the thing with Gilbert Burns. He possesses the power to rock you. And if you can be rocked by Bilal Muhammad, you can be put in the hospital by Gilbert Burns. I think they got this one wrong. I don't like Brady as the favorite. I think it's really disrespectful to Gilbert Burns, unless he's injured and that shoulder's not right. Because I know he did fight one fight where his shoulder was completely fucked, and it was against Bilal Muhammad. He could not stop a takedown. Can't stop a takedown this fight. That's gonna be a problem because Brady
can't stamp a triple stand.
Yeah. Lloyd. No, Brady's gonna go for the takedown, and it's gonna be on Burns to land the strikes when they're standing and try and sink a submission when they go to the ground. There goes the Eagles in for a touchdown.
Yeah, Saquon again. Turns out to be a pretty good pickup.
Yeah, it's amazing how good he is when he wants to play.
And the touchdown just sounds better when it's in Spanish. That's the only good part. Maybe even Portuguese, whatever.
Sounds like a UFC fight when the guys are like announcing it in the background.
My boy Quay Walker missed that play. That's one of my favorite guys, though, on the Packers. Quay, he took the inside right on that. Oh, he ate his lunch. Yep. Come on, everybody knows that in high school. It's the play side shoulder, Quay. Come on. So, all right, it is what it is. All right, who do you got now in the final fight again?
Dude, I'm tired of not going with my gut just because Vegas says one way. I got Gilbert Burns pulling the upset here.
Nice.
Brady could rustle him to a decision if Burns isn't active enough, but I'm going to say Gilbert Burns hurts him and they're on the ground and he subs him.
All right, we're going to go short here. We're going to go short here. We're going to go quick. All right. Let's get the big Earl 4-legger in there. Those of you watching, this is my favorite part of the show. Right now, we're currently only up $75 on the year with the parlays, but that's not bad. But we are up significantly on the individual fights. So if you pay attention to what they're saying, I think I'm plus like 690 on the year right now with individual fights. So it's just, and again, I bet about $125 a Saturday. in between the individual fights and the $75 parlay. So what the Big Earl does is I put about $15 to $25 per individual fight that Joe talks about, and then I put 75 on the Big Earl parlay. So what do we got for the Big Earl parlay?
You know, all prelims here, and I'm not fucking around. They have 2 guys on the prelims that have a single name, one name.
Nice.
So the first fight of the night that I'm taking on the prelims is Rongzhu. It's spelled Rongzhu. One name over Chris.
He's the wrong zoo.
Yeah.
Not the right zoo, but we're going to take the wrong zoo on this one.
He's a Chinese fighter. He's got a pretty significant record, and he's going to destroy Chris Padilla. Then Andre Petroski over Dylan Budka. If he loses to Dylan Budka, he needs to retire, but he won't. And then I've got Gabriel Santos over Yizha. Yizha, also one name. Ha! Yizha! So I've got him losing to Gabriel Santos. And 75 on that will bring you back right at 300 on the button.
Very nice. All right.
367 cents.
Nice. Let's do it. Let's get that locked in there. All right. Let's go to now my favorite part of the show. Oh, Linda Rodriguez. Hey, just landed in Denver. That's VTT's.
Keep rubbing it in, Linda. We love you.
Right. Yeah. Keep rubbing it in. Hey, we would have paid for you to go there, but you didn't ask. We would have paid. I asked Monica if she wanted to go, and she said no. I don't know what her problem is. Probably a little uptight. Tell Monica. Thanks a lot.
Cool.
Yeah, but no. Make sure you take care of Chris there, because he obviously doesn't know how to make videos anymore. Doesn't know how to make intro videos. Doesn't know how to even just say hi anymore. So make sure you slap him around a little bit for the Big Earl. But yeah, glad you tuned in, Linda, and have fun up in Vail, Colorado, in Gypsum, Colorado. I don't know, the same thing, I guess. All right, my favorite part.
Are we doing it? Is it NFL time?
It's NFL time. And I was real hot last year. I had an okay year the year prior, but I was on freaking fire last year. Now, I tell everybody, the first week, I don't know. All right, and I'll tell you straight up, Joe was right on Thursday. I was not. I said I like a healthy Lamar. If I get a healthy early Lamar, I usually like to take him. And I mean, again, it's the NFL. Anything can happen, right? One play, 1 yard, 1 foot. Right, I mean, a missed field goal by a guy who never misses a field goal. Like, I mean, come on, So
I got bad news for you, anti-Kansas City fans. They drafted well.
They did.
Xavier Worthy looked really good in that offense. And
that guy touched the first time he touched the ball. He scored a touchdown. Nobody touched him.
Yeah, they just beat the Baltimore Ravens, and Travis Kelce had 3 catches.
Yeah. Crazy. But all right, let's get into the NFL. Let's run it quick. Who do we got?
I'm gonna run it the ESPN schedule, but at the 1 o'clock we got the Cardinals going into Buffalo to face the Bills. Bills are a 6.5 point favorite with a 47.5 over under.
Yeah, the only reason it's 6.5 because there's actually some hype on the Cardinals this year. All right, there's some hype on them. So again, this is one of those first week games where I just don't know. But I mean, the Bills are gonna win. I wouldn't hate you for like betting the spread on this one, but I'm not touching it because for some reason, there's hype on the Cardinals. And
I agree. There could be the Bills have been known to blind in the headlights before, and it's the first game of the year. I could see this thing being like a 34-28 game, and you lose your money going with the Bills to cover. But all right, then we got the Patriots, the lowly Patriots rolling into the Bengals. The Bengals are a 7.5 point favorite with a 40.5 over under. That has to be the putrid Patriots offense.
Yeah, that line went down. But I think the Bengals might score 40 by themselves. All right. So, I like the Bengals here. I'm not going to lock it, but 8.5 is a lot in the NFL. But I like the Bengals.
It's a bunch.
Yeah.
All right. Then we got the Vikings rolling in to play the New York Giants. Minnesota's a minus.
There goes my guy on my fantasy bench. Touchdown number 2, and he's not playing. I didn't start him, but I don't care. Like, but hey, throwing tutties to Jaden Reed. That dude, you know what? I don't know how many fantasy shows I watched where they said Jaden Reed is going to have a lightning year this year, and I was like, I'll draft him late, 14th round. I got him.
David Gray, you say some things with such certainty that you cannot be certain of.
For sure.
There's no way you know the Bills cover.
Toddy. All right. So yeah, right. I got Vikings. I got Vikings in a win here. I got them. I don't think the Giants are just terrible.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Then we got the Tennessee Titans rolling into Chicago to play the puffed up, way too much wolf cookies and smoke blowing up their rear end Bears. In my opinion, the Bears are a 3.5-point favorite with a 44.5 over under.
See, this is where
I like the Bears here.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl talk needs to stop.
Well, the Super Bowl talk needs to stop, but you have
playoff talk needs to stop. They got the Packers and the Lions in their division.
Yeah, right. But the Bears are a way better team than the Titans, even with Fields playing quarterback. Right? So I'm locking this. I think the Bears are going to blow them out.
I totally agree. They have a breath of life in that town on the football field like they haven't had in a long freaking time.
For sure, yeah. I'm going to lock the Bears up here. Lock number one of the season is the Bears 3.5.
Agreed, in the words of Teddy KGB. All right, then we got the Panthers rolling in to play the Saints in New Orleans. These two have done it a million times. Saints are a 4-point favorite with a 41.5 over under.
Yeah, I don't like this game. Even when the Saints were good and the Panthers were okay, they always play each other tight. So I just take Saints money line.
Yeah, and we got the Steelers rolling in to play the Falcons. Falcons got some smoke on them. They're 3.5-point favorites with a 41.5 over under.
Yeah, I got the Falcons here. I like what they've done in the offseason. And it just, I think they win.
They'll be a different team if Kyle Pitts turns out to be who they want him to be, but I don't know if he is yet.
And Bijan's another year with Bijan, learning the system.
Stay healthy because he's fun to watch. But we got this should be a fun one. We got the Jags rolling in to play the Dolphins. The Dolphins are a 3.5-point favorite with a 48.5 over under. Yeah,
I don't get the 48.5. I think it's more than that. This is one of my same game parlays. I would lock the Fins at 3.5 and over. Right. I just think the Fins are going to score a ton of points, and Jacksonville's offense is going to score a few. But I mean, maybe unless there's an injury report that I haven't read yet, Jacksonville's not at the Fins level. Yeah.
Is Moister still play? Where's Moister?
No, well, I mean, they got two running backs there that are nuts in Miami. Maybe one of them is hurt.
Reeking a foot race. So I mean, you got to. That's insane.
Cheetah. Yeah.
All right, so this should be a fun one. We got the Texans rolling in to play the Colts. Houston is a 3-point road favorite with a 48.5 over under.
I only got 2 upsets picked this week, and the Colts are one of them. All right.
A-Rich is back and healthy.
A-Rich, I was a huge fan of him at the start of the year last year. He came in as a rookie and was tearing it up, but just like every other running rookie NFL quarterback or any running quarterback in the NFL, they don't play very long. Right? So it's just like
week did he go down?
Like the 4th week. Well, I mean, he had an obvious concussion.
The first 3 weeks looked like Cam Newton's rookie season, and I lived in Charlotte for Cam Newton's rookie season.
He had an obvious concussion in week 2, and he started week 3.
You're right.
And he did. Like, why is he playing? What's he doing?
That was on the front office. We were texting about that.
Yeah, exactly. No, that was 100%.
He should have been out there. And
there was no way he should have been playing.
Game of the season.
Yeah, and he did it on a touchdown run, too. It's like, oh, man. But you're right, David. I'm with you. That's me. I got the Colts upset all day long there.
All right, so we got the Raiders starting the 4:00 games, rolling in to play the Chargers. Chargers are a 3-point favorite with a 39.5 over under.
Yeah, I mean, I get it because they don't know what the Raiders' offense is going to do, but I don't know what the Raiders are going to do anyway. So Chargers, fucking all day.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
absolutely. We got the Broncos rolling in to play the Seahawks. Seahawks are a 6-point favorite with a 41.5 over under.
Yeah, lock the Hawks up. All right, so I'm locking the Bears, I'm locking the Fins, I'm locking the Hawks. All right, so do it. Easy.
All right, we got the Cowgirls running into Cleveland to Cleveland is a 2.5-point favorite with a 40.5 over under.
Cleveland's got a lot of hype because they did a really good offseason and they got a lot of talent. But the Cowboys, me, I ride the Cowboys till about, I don't know, week 13.
Yeah, right.
I ride them until the season
starts being unpredictable.
Yeah. But for the first The first
Vegas had
weeks
them
of the
wrong
season.
for like 12 weeks out of the season last year.
The last like 4 years, they keep having the
I
Cowboys
don't
wrong.
get it.
Right, David, you're emotional. I'm saying they win because they come out the gate hot playing, but they can't finish the season. They're like Pedro Martinez.
David, if you're a fan, you can't admit you can't not admit that the Cowboys win every single game that they're supposed to
because they don't.
And the coin flips don't go their way late in the season.
Right. But all right, what we got next?
I'm talking to you from this pedestal that the Lions fans stand on after one successful year. We're already there.
Yeah, you might as well be Dallas fans.
It's a lifestyle. All right. Yeah. Then we got Washington going into Tampa to play the Buccaneers. Buccaneers are a 3.5-point favorite with a 42.5 over under.
Yeah, I don't get that over under. How do they think these teams are going to score?
Exactly. I was thinking that's high.
No chance. I don't care about this line. I don't care about picking the team, but I'm taking the under in that game all day.
Okay. All right. Then we go prime time. Woo! Be locked in for this one. We got the Rams coming into Detroit in a rematch of the playoff game that went our way. Detroit's a 4.5-point favorite with a 52.5 over under. Yeah,
I really like Detroit here. The Rams, the Rams are really good, and I think they're actually a Super Bowl contender. If they stay healthy and win some games, but coming into Detroit with that now a rejuvenated fan base, like it's a tough place to play against a really good freaking team.
So like everything you just said about LA, you can say about Detroit too. I mean,
exactly.
Everything in the NFL is if they stay healthy. I mean, any week you could lose somebody that changes your season. So
right,
everybody see.
And the Rams aren't deep because they sold out for a Super Bowl, so they're not deep. And they got it, but like they gave up 2 first-round draft picks to get Stafford. So they now look at Detroit's really what a great trade that was for both teams, right? The Rams sold out, got a Super Bowl. Detroit got 2 first-round draft picks. They built a team. It's freaking phenomenal.
And I'm not trying to sound like a Monday morning quarterback, but when that trade happened, I said from Jump Street, like, why is everybody acting like we didn't get a quarterback in return?
Right.
They keep saying we traded Stafford for these great draft picks. It's like, do you forget that we got a quarterback that's been to a fucking Super Bowl?
Yeah.
In return for Stafford? I love Matt Stafford to death. But even in the QB trade, Detroit still won. And it sucks because Detroit's what took all that starch out of Stafford because he got his ass kicked playing for us. And I'll love him forever. But when we traded him, we got I don't know what the age gap is, but we got some youth in Goff. And Goff had played a lot less dirty football than Stafford had. And he was game young compared to Stafford a lot. And I love Matt Stafford. Hopefully he plays 5, 6, 7 more years, God willing. But that dude's been hit hard and a lot. One of the toughest guys to ever play football, in my opinion.
All right. What we got for the last game?
All right. We got A-Rod going in to play the 49ers. And I don't know if I'll ever root for Aaron Rodgers, but I can't stand the 49ers either. So 49ers are 4.5-point favorite with a 43.5 over under.
Yeah, I'm going to change my mind here. I'm going to go another upset. I'm going the Jets. I'm going to Jets to upset the 49ers. Again, if Aaron Rodgers plays more than 3 plays, I think they got a chance to upset him to open the season. But the Jets are a good team. They are.
They create a pocket for him because he has to have one now.
And then the 49ers, I mean, man, Brock Purdy's Brock Purdy, bro. Like he was the last pick of the draft for a reason. All right, he ain't the hype that he is. So if Aaron Rodgers stays healthy in this game, I think we're good to go. So yeah,
he's a little better than they thought he was on a great team.
Right.
Period.
Right. But all right, here's what I got. I got the upsets. I got the Jets, the Cowboys, all right, and the Colts. And my locks are the Bears, the Finns, and the Hawks. And yeah, I'm a Packer fan. I just locked the Bears. Fucking deal with it. All right, so that's what. But I'm gonna go watch the Packer game, Joe. I'm gonna cut us off short. All right, so you got the Big Earls 4-legger. Bill, we wish the best for you. Hope that you're doing okay. And then again, Chris, have fun with Linda. Linda, make sure Chris is doing stupid. All right, and we'll see you guys.
Linda.
Yeah, we got a good show tomorrow too. We got an author, Jason Vance, coming on the show. Did 5 million steps around the Appalachian Trail, finding himself after his career. So we're going to dig into that book, hopefully sell him some ones, and see what he's got going on. So come in 1700 Eastern time tomorrow for that. Other than that, we will see you more.